Epic Adventures of Huggie and Stick by Drew Daywalt and illustrated by David Spencer. And here we see a map of the whole world. I wonder what that's about. I think we're going to find out. Here's the dedication page. To my teacher, Jack Gantos. And then the illustrator says, for Charlie and Cora, the best little pizza-eating, couch-jumping adventurers I know. I love you, goobers. All right, take a look at this picture. Huggie and Stick belonged to a little boy named Reese. And like many things that belong to little boys, they spent a good part of their time being lugged around in a backpack. That is, until the day an open zipper, a large bump on the sidewalk, and Reese's bicycle combined to create an accident. This is their story. It isn't pretty. An ominous start to our tale. You seeing all this? There's Reese up at the top there. Stick has fallen down. Huggie's there. Okay, we're going to find out more about that. Okay. Dear Diary, I love Huggie. He is so cool. Today I fell out of Reese's backpack, and Huggie tried to save me, but we both fell out. Then the rain washed us out to sea, and now we're in this circle-shaped super bouncy boat. And here's a drawing that Stick did. My friend Huggie. Adventure. Captain me. Ocean. You see, he labeled each thing. All right, here's Huggie. This says Sunday, lost. There's Huggie in that tire, not looking pleased. Dear Diary, I hate Stick, I really do. I tried to push him out of the backpack today, but his pointy head snagged a loose thread on my paw, and we both fell out. Now I'm writing this from a dirty tire floating in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Ugh, life is hard for a little stuffed animal. Sunday, Pacific Ocean. Dear Diary, best trip ever. Today we were rescued by these nice guys in super awesome hats. I told Huggie they must be some kind of super awesome hat club. They showed us their cool swords and Huggie gave them his button. Then Huggie kind of barfed on the one with the biggest hat and they had us try out their diving board. Strange though, they sailed away after we dove into the ocean. Oh well, so much fun. There they are on the diving board. Does that remind you of anything? Like a plank? And then there's these pirates. That's what they are, let's be honest. Okay, here's what Huggie says. Dear Diary, worst trip ever! Today we were captured by pirates. Told you. I was robbed of my lucky gold button. I got seasick on their captain. Then they made us walk the plank. Now stuffing's coming out of my butt. Wonderful. There's Huggie with stuffing coming out of his butt. Monday, Australia. And here's all these beautiful drawings about Australia. That says Outback. Then they say here, Big Pocket Mouse. What do you think that is? I think it's a kangaroo. Koala. Dear Diary, today we swam ashore and met a giant mouse with a pocket on her tummy. She gave us a ride, but it was so bumpy that Huggie fell out. I didn't want him to get injured, so I broke his fall. Thank goodness I was there. He could have been hurt. Now this is Huggie's perspective. Dear Diary, there's a stick up my butt. I hate my life. Huggie does not look pleased, as illustrated by this drawing. Oh, and then, look at this. This is not a good situation. Tuesday, Asia. Plain selfie. See, that looks like a panda. Who's that in that panda's mouth? Might be Stick. Panda's having a good time. Huggie is, as usual, not having fun. Dear Diary, today we rode on a plane. Instead of going home, though, we ended up in this magical forest where a giant teddy bear tried to kiss me. I think Huggie likes me more than he admits because he got jealous and pulled me away before the teddy bear could kiss me. And here's Huggie with Huggie's perspective here. Dear Diary, today a giant panda tried to eat Stick. That's what pandas eat, sticks. Somehow Mr. Wood for Brains thought he was going to get a kiss. I'm not sure why I saved him, but I did. Unfortunately, the bear didn't appreciate me taking away his lunch. Yeah, you should never take away a bear's lunch. You're always going to get in trouble with that. Now we see this is Wednesday in Europe. There's a train. There's a microphone. I wonder what's going on. Dear Diary, another great day. This morning we hopped a train and I made Huggie a new arm. It's even better than his old one, if you ask me. When we got off the train, Huggie said he wanted to find his own way home, but he tripped on the train tracks and I grabbed him and saved his life. There was a TV reporter there and now everyone's calling me a hero. Because we were now famous, we got to meet the Queen. Did you know she has a sword too? I definitely need to get a sword. And here's a drawing that says Spork Arm. And as you can see, Huggie has a spork arm. We're going to find out more about that in just a second. Dear Diary, I don't believe this. I almost get run over by a train and Stick gets knighted by the Queen of England. In what universe is that fair? I chop him into little pieces with my new arm, but it only seems to be good for eating hearty soups. That's a spork arm. A spork, of course, for those of you who don't know, is a fork combined with a spoon. It's great for eating hearty soups, but it's not great for having as an arm. I want to be clear about that. Now here's Stick getting knighted with all these people watching. So it does seem a bit unfair. Not going to lie to you. It does not seem fair. Oh wow. So this is quite an illustration. We gotta take a minute for this. You can see up top there's a camel, a rhino rage, adoring fans, but actually they appear to be alligators or crocodiles. I can't remember the difference. Somebody can tell me the difference later. Then we have a fancy horse, also known as a zebra. Then this is super winning, but it's really getting chased by a rhino. I that must be Stick's perspective because it doesn't seem like winning to me. This is a very tall dog, also known as a giraffe. And then cats with really cool hair, also known as lions. And a helpful fish. We're going to find out more about that. This is Thursday in Africa. Dear Diary, after a boat ride, then a trip across the desert on a camel, we ended up in the jungle. How cool is that? After running a fun race, we found a giant lake and jumped in to cool off. Huggie began to swim home, but it turned out we didn't have to swim because this huge fish offered us a free ride in his mouth. I love today. That helpful fish is actually a shark. I'm just being honest with you. Okay, let's find out what Huggie has to say. Dear Diary, this is getting crazy. Today we ended up in a jungle where a furious charging rhinoceros would have destroyed us both had I not grabbed Stick and jumped into the ocean to get away. The rhino shouldn't feel too badly that we escaped though, because after jumping into the water we were promptly eaten by a shark. Told ya. My only hope is that sharks are allergic to stuffed animals. Atlantic Ocean. Spork Arm. Shark. Stick. Huggie. Dear Diary, holy moly! Did you know sharks are allergic to stuffed animals? And he spit us up. So cool! Still enjoying our trip around the world, we swam to an iceberg. There were little elves in tuxedos living there. So cute! I wanted to eat them up. Unfortunately, they wanted to eat us too. Da da da. What do you think little elves in tuxedos are? Kind of looks like penguins. This is Friday in Antarctica. There's the shark barfing because he's allergic to stuffed animals. Or she. We don't know. Okay, let's see. This is Huggie's perspective. Dear Diary, where do I start? The barfing shark? The vicious stuffed animal eating penguins? I taste like socks. How could they not know that? Or the long swim to South America from the freezing Antarctic. Ugh, I need a nap. Classic Huggie, not in a good mood. To be fair though, Huggie's been through a lot. Saturday, South America. Wow, this illustration is truly epic. Take this in. You see the sloth over there? Some kind of boa constrictor snake. Those look like piranhas in the back. That's a toucan. I don't even know what some of these things are, but I know they're all trying to eat the protagonist because that's a theme here. All right, so here's what Stick has to say. Dear Diary, can you say amazing? Because that's what this rainforest is. All those cool animals and those nice people who turned me into a sippy straw. I even saved Huggie from that mean fish that tried to eat him. Golly gumdrops, Huggie and I make a great team. And Stick says, new life goals. Because he's really happy to be a sippy straw, but is he a sippy straw? Kind of looks like a boa constrictor is trying to kill him, but it's all about perspective. All right. Oh, and these are the piranhas I was telling you about. Now, meanwhile, this is Huggie's experience. Not great. Dear Diary, can you say horrible? Because that's what the rainforest is. Poisonous frogs, bugs as big as my head, and fish that eat anything, including stuffed bunny legs. Stop trying to eat me, world. Not only that, I had to save Stick from some people who hollowed him out and used him as a blowgun to shoot at monkeys and sloths all morning. Weirdest trip ever. And I think Huggie is so miffed that there are no words, and so illustrations are what we have. And I think he's saying, that's what I take that to mean. This is Sunday in North America. There's a llama, there's a train, there's a bus, there's some kind of little animal there. We're going to find out what that is in just a minute. Dear Diary, we landed back home today. This has been the best trip ever, and I never would have made it if it weren't for Huggie, my best friend. But Huggie says, Dear Diary, Stick slept through the llama ride, the train ride, 2 bus rides, the small plane trip, then 200 miles on the back of a very determined chihuahua. That's the very determined chihuahua. If I never go anywhere with that smiling piece of wood again, it will be too soon. Wow, Huggie, tell us how you really feel. Look at this madness. In each of these little pictures, you can see that Huggie is disgruntled and Stick is asleep. The next day. Remember Reese from the beginning? There's his backpack. It says Reese. And then we see a big old ocean. And then we've got Huggie saying, Stick, no, don't pull that thread. And then Stick says, relax, it's just a loose string. What do you think's going to happen? History repeats itself. And Stick says, cool. And Huggie says, you have got to be kidding me. Look at that ocean. They're back in there after all that trouble they just went through. And we return to a map of the world. In Africa, there's a rhino. We see a panda in Asia. There's a kangaroo in Australia. Piranhas in South America. A penguin in Antarctica. What else? A sign that says California. Anyways, the whole thing is about to start again. Can you believe that? And here we can see Huggie sitting there saying, this says best friends. And look, he's torn it apart. He says, I don't want to be your best friend. But you know he'll come around. And then there's Stick up there writing all these happy, positive thoughts. And that is our tale. This was the epic adventures of Huggie and Stick. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you keep reading and have a super day.